Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Georgina's Talk Show. Wow, today is a big day. As you all know, my name is Georgina Eugene. This is Georgina's Talk Show. And today is the first day our talk show is having a visitor. And here is my friend and my sister. Tell us who you are.
Hello, good afternoon. It's afternoon, yeah?
Yeah, anything.
Good afternoon. My name is Mary Alabi, and I'm a mom of 3 by the grace of God, and working hard a bit and play hard as well. That's who I am. And do you need any other?
No, that's perfect. You are a mom, a wife, and a working class lady. Yeah. So today's show, we are going to talk about our kids on social media. So today is all about social media and how we can handle them and what our thought and what is going on in this 21st century. So now I'm going to ask Mary, what do you think about social media on our kids?
I'll start off with talking about what social media is itself. Social media is, as we all know, is a good platform. It's a good platform, and on the other side, I can't really say it's a bad platform because a lot of people make good money from it, lots of things there. But it's a platform where lots of things happen. It helps you to connect with people. It allows you as well to showcase your talent. It does help quite a lot where children, even adults, they can, link up with their friends no matter how many miles away they are. And it does help as well for children, and because for adults, we listening to current affairs. We do listen to current affairs in different places as well. But for children, when they listen to it, it shows that it's unbiased view because they have multiple sources where they can see it. A lot of times, I'll say for my own son as well, there are some things, news, which he gets even before me. So, he just tell me, something is happening there. So these are some of the benefits of social media. It does create a lot of good, things for children, for adults, and with learning as well. It does also help with job opportunities for children, for adults as well. For example, our older children, they do get lots of opportunities there, like, for example, with the use of LinkedIn. And it does help to progress their career path as well. So there are lots of, good things why the children should use social media if it is used in the appropriate way. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary Alabi. Now, as you can all hear what she's saying, we want to know, how do you handle your kids on social media? Your own kids using social media.
Yeah. So for me, I probably might be one of the very traditional parents. I'm one of those traditional parents. Yeah. And for my children using, being on the social media, using it, I really do educate them first about the use of social media. Personally, I do not give any child any phone, access to phones like that until they're about, year 7 really. And really because I know what they need it for. Yeah. And that's the reason why I do that. And most importantly, for the teenage ones, I set up parental control about that. But most importantly, which I will say for every parent, is let them be aware of the privacy. That's the big concern, which you have to be careful of. Social media, some of them should be private, is something that should be private, with using them. And for my children as well, I sort of set up a limited screen time. But most importantly, I'll say is mainly, educating them, making sure they understand what Instagram is supposed to be used for, what Facebook is supposed to be used for. LinkedIn, if you have to go on that, you know what it should be used for. TikTok, and all those, several social media. You need to, educate them about it, and don't shy away. I have seen all of them, and I will say truly from my children, that's how I got to know a lot of this. But I do educate them about it, talk about it. Some of the things there, I tell them if it's unreal, that's not the real world. Be real. These are the real things which you have to do. So these are some of the ways I do it. Get them
it's very good, because this year 7 is when they start secondary school.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very, very important for us to let them at least use it when they start secondary school.
Yes.
For you, we want to know, what is your thought? Do you think the way the kids, all these young kids, the way they are using phone these days, is it parents' fault or is it just normal? Because you see 2 to 5 year old, they have phone, they know how to use it. Whose fault is that, or is it good?
All right, that's a bit of a tricky question. Now, I will say in 2 ways. It is and it is not. Now, one thing which I believe is, when you hide something away from a person, eventually they'll probably use it the negative way.
Yeah.
So for a younger child, if you give a younger child a phone, that's why I mentioned before, parental controls. There are a lot of things which lots of apps which have been set up now where you can put parental controls. You view what your child is doing. There's one called Family Link. Personally, I use that. And when you give a child, a younger child, a phone, not to be using personally, but for example, your child picks up your phone, just start watching things. You can check the history and look at what they are viewing, watching, and you can have a word with them. Just educate them. I keep saying educate, because once they know this is what is appropriate for me to watch, they know, okay, yes, I'm allowed to do that. Or where am I? I'm not allowed. So I'm not going to say it's parents' fault, but as a parent, educate them about it. For teenagers, I would say that's the one where it's a bit little bit difficult, because but also, even being as a teenager, you are the parent.
Yes.
You have to be in control. I'm not saying they will have their choice, but be in control. Make sure there are some certain checks and balances which are put in place. Having discussions. That's very important, and making sure also relationship with the child goes a lot, because where there is no relationship with the child, a child probably feels backwards a bit,
or scared to even speak
about it. So for example, I'll say for me, if there's anything I see on TikTok, or if I see anything on any social media platform, sometimes I do show them, and so be free, be open as a parent, so that they can discuss anything with you. Also, and especially for girls as well.
Yeah.
For girls, when they see things, so for example, they look at some things that and it does affect them, like their weight, their body image. That's why we see a lot of people committing suicide these days. And this is where the communication comes in. So that's why I said it is and it is not to use it, but be your child's friend. Your child's
build
best friend.
That relationship for them to be able to be open.
Yes, to be
and
open.
Be there for them when they need you.
Absolutely. Be there for them all the time, as much as possible. I know it's a bit difficult, but it does help, because and once you see a child withdrawing a little bit, these are some of the signs you see. Withdrawing, you need to step in quickly, because that's our job. Step in with them, just sort of find out what is wrong. Do not condemn some things which they do, but talk to them about it. This is, it's real. It does happen.
First century.
It does happen. It's never going to go away. It isn't. It is here now. It's not going to go. Rather, we will have more apps, and it's shocking, but that is what it is.
Honestly.
And also as parents, we have to keep up. My children tell me a lot of times, Mom, you have to keep up. I've been trying to keep up. God help me. I don't know how I'm going to keep up. But there are a lot of apps they know that I don't know. But please, as a parent, we should not be shy about it. Discuss it openly. Be free about it. Do not condemn them. Speak about it. talk to them what the benefit is. We see a lot of celebrities, we see a lot of things. These are some of the things they look at, and they'll be thinking, whoa, is that a real life? But you have to break it down to them. And that's what I see with them. Parents, it is parents' fault, but if be it not the parents' fault, it's where the children is going above. By proper peer influence and what some of the friends do. But even with that, when your child is open and you have a good relationship, you probably be able to learn. I do learn a lot from them as well.
It's true.
We do learn, and that's why, as a parent, be open. Communication is the key with them. Good relationship.
Because if you don't have that relationship and you are not always there for them, you wouldn't know when they're having emotional breakdown. You wouldn't know when something is happening. Sometimes they get threat on this social media.
Yes.
Sometimes they get something they can't even handle. They can't sleep, but they are scared of telling you because you're going to shout. That's why it's good for us to be able to not accept something bad, but accept when they are talking to you and telling you something. Just accept them for you to be able to advise, because sometimes they are scared because if I say this, I'm going to get shouts, I'm going to get beaten up. So it's important for us to acknowledge their pain, for us to be able to help them.
And like I said, even with that, that's where the openness comes in. Be ready to be negative, whatever they're bringing on, just be able to accept it. I know deep inside you might be burning, the fire might be inside of us, but just accept it, discuss it. Because there are a lot of people out there who are ready to teach them.
Of course.
They will teach them if you don't want to teach them. And when they teach them, it's going to go the wrong way, and that's the one they will take, because you are not there to show them what they need, that love. Because immediately you jump, God forbid, this is abomination. We know it's abomination, but we try to accept it for them to listen, for us to be able to advise. That's the key. You don't just jump and start fire back and shouting and casting prayer. No, we need to. This is 21st century. If you chase them out, if they run out, you're not going to see them anymore. That's it. Once they're out, they're out. And that is why, to keep them in, you have to make sure you walk that journey with them. It's a journey of life.
It's a journey.
It's a journey. And as a parent as well, we learn every day. Working with them. They are, and to shock, I know we all know, these children are under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure, which you cannot even imagine. A lot of pressure. So they see their, friends out there, or they see things on TikTok, and just be imagining, can I ever be like this? Or can my life be like this? But this is where you talk about the reality of life.
Tell them who they are where they come from, and this is what you need to be able to know. This is coming, because it's like us that have brown skin kids. You let them know abuse exists, racism exists. It's not going to be surprise for them to go out there and somebody call them black monkey. They get upset. No, because what? Because you are already let them know to expect such situation. Going to happen.
I do agree with that. So I agree with that.
It's 100% for them to know what is up to. They are going to high school. You need to tell them, don't be afraid, don't be scared. Expect such situation. You face it, and all of us have faced it, and we do face it every day. Every day.
But one thing I tell the children as well is, I tell them, so some people do it discreetly, but this is, you are going to go through it. It's part of life, but just rise above it. Just make sure you keep calm. They tell you are this, you are that. Identify. You know where you're coming from. You know the son of who you are. You know yourself, and that's what lift. Raising up your head high, making sure. Yes, I'm not the follower. I'm not going to follow you. I am the leader. Let them follow you. Once you get that into your child, and that's what I try get them to understand that, because the environment in which wherever they are, wherever they find themselves, they will do that.
Yes.
Even from where we are from, they would experience that.
That's
But just get it right that, you know, these are things that are bound to happen. But I have to rise above that. Make sure I'm confident of myself. That's the most important thing. I know what I'm doing. And that is all these things we're talking about come from the home.
Yes.
It begins from the home. You know, they say charity begins at home.
Yeah.
So this charity as well, all these things is from the home. If we let the outsiders teach them, it's either positive or negatively. If it's negative, it will go down the drain. And that's, be careful, you know, make sure, and even the friends, our children's friends as well, we should be able to welcome them, know who they are, because these are some of the
things,
areas.
It's part of the society, because they have to have friends. And you need, not when they're like, oh, my friend is coming over. No, we don't allow visitors. You need to show them, give them that space, show them that love, tell them that it's okay for them to have visitors. It's okay for them to come in, but it's part of you being a mom. Monitor the situation, know how this is going. Because sometimes when they are in your house, you can hear the conversation. That conversation will tell you this group is very good group. And some conversation will tell you, I don't think this is going to happen. This is not good. When they go, you now advise them. This thing your friend is telling you, it's not good. It's not good. So if you didn't accept the friend in the house, you wouldn't know what would have happened.
Correct. Because it says, tell me your friend, and I'll know the type of person you are. So let's embrace their friends. Let's meet them. That tells you, you know, you sort of, by the time you're talking to them, you see them. These are the people who show them all the social media platforms. A lot of them, they know far beyond you and I know. And these are the people. But when you bring them in, see the type of people they are, and you know, you see the family where they've come from. It does help you to sort of guide your child. And that's what I think we should all do as a parent.
Long afternoon. Gonna say a big thank you, Sister Mary, for having Georgina's Talk Show in your house to allow us to come in. But we have one more question. What advice do you have for this young mom? Because me and you are no more young moms. So what advice do you have for the young moms now? The new generation.
I'm still a young mom.
You can see me doing my hair. I'm still a young mom, but we have all these new young moms, upcoming mothers. What advice do you have for them?
My advice would be, you know, starting with younger children, being familiar with social media. On your own personal phones, laptops, because there's no iPads and all the devices they may use, I would advise, make sure you have a parental control over it. You set boundaries of what website they're supposed to go to. Even on these TVs as well, make sure you set boundaries of what they are supposed to watch. And because based on that, you're not, the child is not taking in things which are bigger than them, because he's baggage out. Whatever if you're watching things of gone, things which are, it depends on whatever you're feeding. So let us just be careful, set parental controls regularly, like on the laptops and on the iPads. Make sure we check the history. Just have a quick check on what they have watched, and if you see anything inappropriate there, just sort of talk about it. Don't condemn them about it. Just talk about it. Watch it together. Tell them why it is right, why it is wrong. For the young moms as well, young mom going to maybe like getting children from year 6, year 7 as well. I'll say that's still young as well. This is where the openness, be your child's friend. Make sure you keep up, like they keep telling me to keep up. Upgrade, mom, and I'm trying to upgrade. So we keep up with what is going around us, because there are quite a lot of things which platforms where things happen. They get, they meet people which they're not supposed to meet. Even the younger children as well. Younger children, when they go into inappropriate website, which innocently they didn't know. This is where we come in. Set parental controls. speak to them about it, what they watched, what what they're not supposed to watch. And even, I'll say even for us as parents, I'll say for younger moms as well, some of the television programs, that's not social media, but part of social media, I would say, is YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So some of the things which we watch on what we watch in front of our children, if we see, especially some of the African movies, especially, generally all the movies, just be careful on what you watch right in front of them. But most importantly, my sister, before you go, before we finish this program, one thing which I have to say as well is, as a parent, the children, I would say, they are imitators.
Yes.
What they see us doing,
that's why I say young mom. Yeah,
that's what they see us doing. That's what they do. Now, when you are always on your phone, 24 hours, 7 days, I mean, you're always on the phone. Please, I know it's a big time effort to do that. Drop the phone sometimes. Make sure, when you have your family time you need to talk, drop the phone. When they are talking to you, don't be on the phone all the time. Don't be on the phone. When you are eating, consciously make sure you do it, because you have to be intentional about it.
Because if you don't do it, you won't ask them. You won't say your kid, oh, stop using phone while eating, and you have your own phone. You need to show them example. It's time to eat. Everybody's phone need to go to the table. This is family time. We all eat, chat, know how our day went. Not just mommy on the phone, daddy on the phone, eating. You wouldn't say to the kids, it's time to eat, stop using. We need to show them this is what's supposed to be happening. We need to live as example.
Yeah, that's true. I do agree with that. So I think that's mainly for us, where we need to draw the lines for ourselves as well.
Everybody, Thank you so much. Guys, this is where we're going to end today's show. And a big thank you to Sister Mary for having us in her house. Thank you so much. And very big hug. Thank you
very much for having me on your show as well. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And looking forward to have you back again.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, if you have any question, anything to ask Sister Mary, just drop your comments. She will be willing to answer your question. She's also watching, so whenever you drop any comment, she's going to answer the question. Thank you so much. Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.